guys. Welcome back. How are you? I'm gonna assume that you're swell, amazing, gorgeous, and agile. There's a new one. But yes, today I'm sitting in front of this bookcase. Hopefully, it'll make me look smarter, right? But no, I did the logo video, and I have up to the side of me some of the previews of what I created. So that's just what I'm looking over for. But yeah, one of the first ones that I did was the tablet, because I've been doing a lot of digital art, and I feel like that's like obviously where I am currently. One of the main things I wanted from designing your own logo was to figure out where I am currently with my art. And my logo from before, I'm gonna throw up some shots right here. It just didn't make any sense. It was me changing with the seasons, and I like that, but I think that this way is a lot more indicative of me changing with the seasons because it's not just, it's these red, green, and orange blobs behind her, or it's sunny, or it's raining. Like, it was just tired to me. It didn't seem like I cared as much. And one time I did one for Black History Month, and I didn't like that one either. So I was on this mission to find my new logo, and I did. Although I'm going to be pretty much using each logo that you see, I have my favorites, and the first one is definitely one of my favorites. It's busy, it's a lot going on, but it's exactly what I'm doing right now. And so I have a little bit of the traditional in the background. I have some paintings behind the tablet, and then I have the tablet just showing who I am and what my channel is all about. That's the first one. But how are you guys? I mean, I could sit up and talk about logos and art all day long, but how are you guys? I feel like I can get on here and most people can just get on here and talk about whatever, whenever, but like, there's a person sometimes. There's a person sometimes on the other end of the videos that we put out, and they, haven't had anybody ask them that. And although I cannot hear your response, I'm going to say, as a part of the collective with you, hopefully you're doing amazing. I just recently got asked by my grandma. She asked me how school was, and I paused for a really long time because I'm like, how is school? I actually haven't been asked that since like freshman year of high school. Not from anyone, not even from her. So it was just like, how is school? Sheesh. I mean, it's good. I feel like I'm if you are in higher education, like you go to college or you are a graduate student. Sorry if you hear my stomach acting crazy. I just had a protein shake. I'm lactose. But if you're in higher education, you already know that you're likely the main push, the main driver, your main motivator in all of it, because most people kind of stop caring. I would honestly say like around high school, but people kind of stop caring around when you kind of get into college, and like once you graduate and you do your bachelor's, your first 4 years or whatever. Most of the people who have been supporting you through college don't really, through your schooling career thus far, don't really care anymore, because it's to that point you're kind of older or whatever. But it is refreshing to have people care about what I have going on, or like ask me about it. Like, wow, because people, I know we always just assume that she's going, so it's getting done, so whatever. But it's a whole nother thing for somebody to actually ask. And even if she didn't really care and she was just trying to make conversation, it was still like, I haven't been asked that in a long time. Like, I feel like I talk about it amongst my classmates a lot, like, how's everything, like, how's the classes, and like, what do you have, you know, everything, especially in the beginning of the semester, because it's like we're getting hit hard. But well, pretty much all semester we're getting hit hard, but it's just refreshing. So I want to ask you, I want you to know that this is a place where you can always come back, even if you don't watch the video. You just want to just type out how you feeling. As a counselor in training, as a counseling student, I always feel like I want to and do provide a safe space. So if you did want to come back, my channel is something, but it's not popular like 400 billion subscribers, so like millions of people wouldn't ever see what you put, especially not in my early work. So yeah, this is a safe space for you to come and vent and everything. But like I just did, like, yeah, I don't think I've been asked how I was or anything like that in a long time, or how my endeavors are going. And so it really surprised me, like, wow, it's going good, I think. But on to the next logo. This one, this one's a little plain, but it's fun, right? So I got the water, like the cup of water holding the paint brushes and the paint tubes, and like it kind of looks like somebody just kind of left the room after they finished painting this. And it's kind of sending me back to my undergraduate, before I graduated, being in a gallery, like doing the gallery and like having my art up. I don't know, the lights, everything, I don't know. I just wanted it to be like, oh, this is like a gallery moment, you know, because there was a point where I was like doing art shows and putting my stuff in upcoming or already established galleries, and that matters to me. I like being like seen in the real world with other artists, although I am a hard introvert. And there was this, last time I went to one, there was this guy there. He was really freaking cool, and I was like mesmerized by his art. Although it was fucking expensive, it was really dope, and I see why it was expensive, man. Like, it was so intricate. It was this black and white, trippy, like, it's like a mind F. Like, your mind is being screwed with and mixed around like pudding. Like, it's dope. I wanted him to know how much I liked it, so I spoke to him, and we talked about art for a minute, and he kept coming back to me because I guess he's also kind of an introvert. And I told him, I'm like, I'm really like not really a social person, but this is like pushing me. And I'm not saying that so that you can stop talking to me, but I'm saying like I'm just not a social person. So I try to be, and I want to be right now, because, you know, networking, talking to other artists, like, that's cool. But I didn't know really how he felt. He said that my art looks cool. He said it looks cool, and it's like strange. He said I like it though. Although I don't really do faces, because that's what I had my stretched series up, and yeah, that was really nice. And so I wanted this one to represent that, and also just be bold and bright, and like, yeah, if you do see all the little paint tins, and like you see that the paint tins match the colors that's already up on the painting, like if you get that deep, if you get that close, if you care to, that's lit. But yeah, I liked it. Some of the things that I said were not good was the slightly plain with just the stark yellow in the background, but I like the yellow because yellow is attention grabbing. It's like, what, you know, it's alerting, you know. And then for our next one, we have this one that's kind of in a sketchbook, kind of looking like it's almost being peeled off of the book too, and I think that's really cool. It looks like there's this book, and then on the top of this like glass, there's the words of just art. But I wanted it to look like it was drawn on, but it doesn't. But yeah, it's just a sketchbook, little doodles in the background. This is probably, I wouldn't say one of my plainer ones, but it's one where I was just having fun. I feel like that's the thing that I noticed the most while doing this video, was I just was having a lot of fun with typography. Like, making my own fonts is really fun for me right now, and it's kind of challenging too, although I don't keep track of each one that I do. and also because like there's a lot of fonts in the world already, and so I don't know if I'm like taking somebody else's mentally and mixing it with my own thought and just having a combined version of a different font. But I like creating my own fonts and like the kind of wavy, like you're kind of tripping out kind of thing. And I like art that makes people feel weird as shit, so I definitely wanted this one to look like, you know, and it's the good says good, bright, eye-catching, bad vertical type. Oh, I said that it was bad that it was vertical lettering. I feel like I have another vertical lettering one in here. Yeah, well, kind of. Logo 4, I didn't even put the good and bad because it was kind of difficult to make it look like somebody was knitting, or crocheting or whatever, but I did this one for the same reasons that I said in the last video. I need to learn how to make stuff out of yarn, out of whatever. I need to learn how to make stuff. Like, it just seems so fun. And so I definitely wanted our fun little girly to be doing something that I have not been doing, or don't know how to do actually. And then she also has like, she has clothes in the background, like fabrics hanging up, and I was going to do kind of similar to the one of the photos in the last video where the girl was making her own clothes. I was going to put that as one of them, but I got lazy after a while with this. But I was on a roll for a couple days, and I just was like spitting them out. I'm so glad, because when I first pulled this from the Topic Star, I had no real clue what I wanted from this video. I didn't know what kind of logo I was gonna come up with, but I remembered that I've been having a lot of fun recently with my different fonts, so it helps. A lot of videos that I do correlate to the things in my life. That's all I'm trying to say. And last but not least, but also very much so last, is this very plain but very bold just art one. This is fun. It's very blocky. I have tons of fun with like blocky art, blocky words. It looks very cool to me, although the line work did get a little bit like shitty during this, because around the 5th one, like the last one I really had all the steam for was probably the one with the vertical text. But this one I just think is a basic one, just one for me to just have up for when I'm not really sure what kind of logo I want. But I want my logos, you're not going to be able to see the consistency of like the content, but the content will be the same. The lettering will always be the same, but the style of it will keep changing. And I don't ever want to confuse people, but I feel like since it does keep changing, that's something that's on brand for me. And so I feel like people would just recognize that my art continues to change. And I think with that, I'm done. Hope your art continues to change if you're an artist watching me. Topic Star. So we are down, after I put this one up, we are down to only 9 topics left in the Topic Star. My favorite number is 3. Hold that aside. Hold that information aside. So what I'm going to do is, when we get down to the third to last topic, I'm going to refill the topic jar with, I'm gonna do 33 topics if possible. If not, I'm gonna try to do like 25 at minimum.